Hi, I'm Nicole Justine Reed. How do you get your creativity mojo back? Well, I say back because I'm assuming you already had it. And I'm going to assume this because I know that it already lives inside of you. We're all creative beings, and the way you express your creativity may be very different than your neighbors, your friends, your siblings, etc. And that's totally fine. But what is creativity really? But an expression of yourself. It's that transformative energy that just wants to rush through and change things and improve and up-level and bring new items together in creative ways. And there's so many ways that you can live your creativity on a daily basis. So I'm not just talking about fine artists here, okay? I'm talking about creative problem solving. I'm talking about the way that you express yourself through body movement, through your words, and it can also be through your traditional artistic expression as well. There's just so many ways. But really what it is, it's about really tapping into that creative fuel inside of you, that creative energy, and allowing it to come forth in whatever way it wants to. It will actually let you know how it wants to express itself. That's the cool part. So you don't really need to worry about that. If you're starting to live in your mind, this is probably where the problem is, right? This is not where the creative energy flows. It flows from the deep spirit within you. You can use your mind to funnel it. You can use your mind to kind of think of, just maybe plot or plan out how you're going to accomplish something. But allow that desire to rise up from within you. And so if it's not already doing that, maybe you're feeling a little stuck. Maybe you're feeling a little stagnant. Maybe it's writer's block, right? In whatever form, whether it's writing or not. And really what it is stuck energy. That's exactly what is happening. Somehow you've caught yourself off from the creative flow within you. Life got in the way, whatever the excuse is, right? You're disconnected from that spiritual creative force inside of you and you're feeling the pain of it. So how do you get it back? You got to shake up the energy. You got to change things, right? So if you're kind of in a rut where the energy has been stagnating, you have to do something differently. And there's a lot of ways that you can go about doing this, but it's about starting. It's not about pre-planning everything again. It's about just taking some kind of action to break up that energy. Okay, so what could you do? Well, potentially you could rearrange some things in your house. That's an easy way to do it. Just start moving the energy around. Take a pillow, put it somewhere else, right? Change the blanket or the cover. Move some statues or some art around. Move some furniture. Add something, take something away, whatever it is. Put a rug in, right? Use some different colors that you haven't used before. So you can do something cool with your environment. It kind of breaks up that energy and gets things moving. You can also take an inspiration day or an inspiration hour, whatever works for you. Go for a walk that you haven't been to before. Check out some cool, nifty shops that might, gather some inspiration. Thrift shops are a great way to just gather some inspiration and information, I guess, because they have like really random items, or like antique shops, right? They're just like you can find really cool, bizarre stuff there, but that might just spark something. So you might just go there and just wander around and just kind of browse. I also like to go to bookstores and just kind of look at the different titles, and just sort of see, okay, what are some topics that kind of catch me? Oh, this is kind of interesting. It gets that desire, that creativity sort of moving in a different way. If you're musically inclined, do you have an instrument? Do you have something that you already play? Okay, go get that dust off the piano, pull out the violin, get the guitar strings, back in tune. Whatever it is that is your method of expression, make sure that you have it prepared. And chances are, if you feel kind of stuck creatively, you've left those things aside. There's dust on the instruments, your house has been the same for a really long time, your clothes, it's the same thing over and over again. There's some sort of stuckness happening. So any of these points, you can just break it up, to start moving the energy around. If you're a writer, pick like 5 words, just random 5 words, and just pull them from the dictionary, however you need to do it, and create a little short story in a paragraph, just to get that going. Just do something. You can just set aside 10 minutes and say, I'm going to write something, even if it's totally bad. And here's the thing, it's probably there's some fear, or some perfectionism at work. Like, I can't get started on this creative project, I can't move forward on whatever this thing is, because, what if it's not going to be perfect? I mean, perfectionism is totally the killer of creativity. It just like chokes the life out of it completely. So be aware of it, notice it, and don't give into it. I know it's hard, but don't give into it. And just say, you know what? I'm going to make something even if it's bad. And actually, that's a great way to go about it. Just make something bad because you're still breaking up that energy. Do a little craft project, glue some stuff together, right? And you can laugh about it afterwards, right? And maybe you'll actually love it, right? But it's not about the end product. Creativity is about the process. It's about the process. And when you remember that, you will get that creative fuel flowing again. The minute you start making it only about the end process is the minute you choke off the life force. You need to stay in tune with the creative process, in tune with your spirit and yourself, and you and that creative process are going to interact, and you will be informed. Here's the next step. Oh, here's the next step. How does this look? How does this sound? How is this feeling? Right? You're using your internal senses to sort of gauge what needs to happen next, and then you follow that. And it will usually and always pretty much lead you to a wonderful end product. So activate that process within you by just shaking up the energy in your life in any way that you possibly can. And you can do it with others too. You could have like a little creative party or inspiration day, a conversation that ignites some creative fuel within you. It's really about activating that energy deep within inside of yourself and letting it come out and express itself however it wants to. So just allow it. It's about allowing you to be you. Fiercely, unapologetically, beautifully, authentically, all of that good stuff. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do something inspirational and creative today to just get that mojo back. Because that mojo is your life force. It's so important to your happiness.